she had died?
No, he sent for the doctor.
He sent for the doctor, but
the doctor came. He told he couldn't do no good.
And how long did it take for Grandpapa to get there?
About an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. So anyway, and during those times, Daddy said he remembered how you would bury a person the next day, and they dressed her, and she stayed on the cooling board till the next day, before an open window, and they had to bury her the next day, and that was a very sad day in the life of their family, losing their beautiful sister, Sue Lee. All right, so now we're going to come to Grandpapa's second marriage. Now, he stayed single a long time.
Yes, he did.
And Grandpapa had a lot of experiences. I've listened to stories about Grandpapa. Somebody tried to kill Grandpapa at one time, Alfred Giles Jr. He was in the bed, and someone shot him.
No. He wasn't in the bed.
Oh, he wasn't in the bed? I'm
no,
sorry.
I'll tell you where it was. His ex-wife, he went up to take dinner with her, and I think she had a boyfriend, I think, and he shot him through the cat hole.
Okay.
That's what really happened. The bullet went through his thigh and glanced his stomach. Bam had the gun, and lost it, must have had the stock of the gun laying on the ground when he shot him. But he was trying to kill him. But that's the way that bullet went. It went through his thigh and glanced his stomach. Come up, glanced his stomach.
And so Grandpapa was blessed to recover from that. I don't know why I heard the story that he was in the bed, but I'm glad you got this straightened out. Maybe I got it from Mama or somebody. Yeah. But he was sitting up in his ex-wife's house.
Right.
And out of jealousy, someone tried to kill him.
Right.
And to this, his second wife, he had one child by her.
Right.
And what was his name?
Leroy.
Okay, Leroy is their youngest brother, and he is 7 to 9, and his mother's name was what?
Mary.
Mary Mosby.
Yeah,
okay.
After my daddy married her, she was a Mosby.
Okay. All right. Is there anything you want to tell us about Leroy?
Leroy?
Yes.
Leroy was a real smart, intelligent young man. I say young man, he ain't young, but he want to be young because he's still working. And he keeps saying he gonna retire, he ain't gonna work no more, but he don't ever quit. He keeps going all the time.
All right. Now, my Uncle Leroy, I know, has one daughter. And I think he told me he had a son too, but I'll deal with who I know. His daughter's name is Carolyn Giles Gentry, and she lives in Tiller, Arkansas. Charles, you can come around, and if anything you want to talk to Dad about, something that I have missed, this is my first cousin Charles, and I would like for Charles to ask him something that I may have omitted.
Well, I think you pretty much covered, but I'm just interested in hearing all the stuff that I didn't even know, especially about Papa Africa shot. I had no idea about that. But I just always, only thing I really wanted to say that I remember as a kid growing up, how Daddy and Uncle Dewey were so close.
Oh yes.
And I think because of that, because they were so close, it made like Daddy and Uncle Dewey's kid, all of us was real close to.
Oh yes.
And I remember Uncle Dewey was saying about that his father would always find jobs for them to do.
Yes.
And that was exactly the way my father was. Mm-hmm. When we come home from school, he drove the bus, and when he got home from school, we was already at home, and sitting out watching TV. And first thing he would do, he'd walk in and turn the TV off, and then you go out and find something, say, go out and repair this fence or something. So I could see that Zach and what he was saying about his father, I could see it in my father.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so that's really all I had to say. But I just want to say I love this man here. This is a great man here, and he had great sisters and brothers, and I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we are so blessed to be a part of the Giles family, and Grandpa was so smart and a hard worker. And I would like to say that we're going to give God the glory that my father is 91 years old, and he's the senior deacon at the New York Missionary Baptist Church here, where the Reverend Lawrence Glory is his pastor. And he has been a deacon there for 58 years. I think you got ordained as a deacon in 1952.
That's right.
And I must say, one of the greatest things that my father could have ever done was to take us to church, my father and mother. And I remember working in the church from the time I was 5. And I remember working in the cotton fields from the time I was 5. And I remember how I would pick 300 and some odd pounds of cotton, and I don't know how I would do that. But I would work so hard, and Daddy would always reward us. On an average, I would pick 200 or something, but some days I would pick 300 or something. My brother, James, could pick 400. And Daddy would bring us up working real hard. And the only place where I found out that success comes before work is in the dictionary, because everything we had to do, we had to work for it first. And of course, we love our father. I love my father. And I am just so honored that God has blessed him to see his 91st birthday. And he's such an easy person to work with and live with and have as a father. And I thank God for